Okay, Sunday, January 21st, second half. Yeah, so let's just run to the standing set, and then we'll see what we have after that. So what I was talking about in the first half is this whole process, and everything is important. So just from the very beginning. So putting the feet together, the ankles stimulating the kidney joint, right? And if you want, you can even touch the inside of your knees to help bring the kundalini up, that energy rising from the tailbone. But at least the knees, just gently, okay? And then just relaxing, let everything fall and sink. And the first lesson is breath. So we have to take that breath and we have to let it go. And that sinking, just letting it go. So, and on the expansion, on the breathing in, you can feel the body, right, rising and expanding. Right? It could be all the way up, or it could just be a little bit. So there's a little bit of stretch, and we're opening the lungs. And that's what the baby does, right? So thinking of the newborn baby, it comes out of the womb. Right? It's breathing from the umbilical cord. Has to learn how to breathe from through the mouth and the nose. Right? Has to learn how to breathe into the lungs. So the first step is that gasp of air. So, and then expansion, and then let it go. And then we can start breathing properly. Then we can start bringing in air and flowing it and cycling it through the body. Right? That expansion and contraction of letting go. So as we let go, it can be and then continue to fall, right? Or it can be let go, but we don't really show that huge thud and continue to fall. Okay? And then as we fall, we let everything go, and you decide when you're going to fill the body up and rise. So if you don't understand that feeling, right, you squat down next to, you can use a chair, a tabletop, just something, right? And your hands can be here, but if you're rising, you can feel it's more the lower body, right? You don't have that full activation. But as soon as you put your hands on something to help you to rise, right, and you really want two hands, right? As soon as you press down, you can feel the whole body, all the muscles contract a little bit, right? You can feel the core muscles, the leg, everything, and that feeling of that pressure inside of your body, right? Everything activates. So if you're not sure, you go to the tabletop and try to rise and then gently press down. And right when you start pressing, you feel the whole body expand. And that's what we're looking for. Right? So that coming down, then you decide when you're going to start that feeling of rising and that full feeling. Okay? So it can be anywhere from the top. Right? You could just sink. Right? You just need to let everything go and just on the bottom start rising. And you're still going to create that timing and sinking the breath, the inhale, the exhale, the feet and the legs, and the mind and the intent. Okay? So just the opening is very important. Okay? So you have the medical Qigong, right, stimulating the energy flow through the body, right? Especially the kidneys. The kidneys are so important. So again, the first part is breathing in, and then using the letting go, and then expanding, and add the stretch of the back of the knees. So gently push the knees together and rise, and then collapse. And then feel where the whole body connects. Lift the sternum, and then breathe in, rise, push the knees back, and then reset. And then we do the next cycle. So we add in a little extra process to study and simulate the, the real world, right? What it is we're trying to be a part of. So breathing in and rising, stretching the knees back, and then letting go. And then one more time. Pushing the knees back. Breathing in, pushing the knees back, and then and then that's your, so the last one, that that's where we unlock the joints, and that's your perfect height. So the next part, right, from still is stepping out. So in the sun set, right, it's feet 45. In the Yang set, it would be stepping from here, shoulder width, or between width of underarm to shoulder width. But in the sun, right, we want to open. So in so following the same pattern, right, it's teaching us to shift our weight. It's teaching us to shift our weight so the leg can be free and step. And we have to learn how to turn. So the mechanics right in the beginning, before we can even start that set, right, we have to turn. So right at the beginning, it's telling us qua is important. Learning to fold and turn the hips and stay inside of that hip joint. So let the body fold. Right? If I push my spine straight, I'm actually off balance. Right? But because I'm folding, I'm creating that 45-degree angle here. It makes sense that my upper body is 45. Later on, that angle can be smaller, and we can learn to sink our hips so the back is straighter, more upright. But we have to learn this fold and how the body reacts and learn to turn. Okay, so folding and turning. So from here, right, you're going to shift your weight to your right, and then relax into that hip joint, and then let it turn. And as it turns, the heel will pick up. Right, so you listen to that process. Right, versus folding and shifting, and then you feel the weight start to move 100% to that leg and 0% to here, but it takes that fold, that sink and folding for the heel to release. And so as you're folding, that heel comes up off the ground. In the Yang set, then we would step. But in the Sun set, when you feel the heel release, you have to sink back a little and pivot on the heel so it opens 45. So your right side, right, I'm mirroring you, it releases. So I'm going to release the toe instead because I want to pivot on the heel. And then let this go, relax, sink to your left side, fold. I don't want the heel to release because I want to pivot on the heel, so I release my toe and then shift back. And then rise, breathing in, and then push the knees gently back, and then that's your perfect height. Okay, so one more time, right? That lesson, it's teaching us already the importance of folding and turning and folding into the claw. So your left side first, so sinking, shifting, turning, the foot releases, then you can pivot your left, let go, and then shift, pivot into your right, come back to center, breathe in, gently push the knees back, don't force it all the way back, and that quick release, okay, from there. And yeah, actually, when you look at Sun Lutang's book and the other forms, you really should start with Wuji. But we're not going to really attend to that right now. So before you lift your hands, so what would happen is you have your form, and from here, everything hanging straight down, trying to get that alignment. Then you would close your eyes, and Wuji is nothingness. So you take some time to empty out, relax, make sure everything's aligned as best as you can. Make sure the body's expanded as best as you can. And that meditation of closing your eyes, and just you can think of your breath to start focusing on what you're doing. And if your mind is busy, right? You'll constantly have other things popping up. So that's the wuxi is important. You have to acknowledge those distractions and then just bring yourself back. But acknowledge them. If you don't acknowledge them, you shove them in your subconscious, they're going to keep fighting to get back. Yeah? So the process of wuxi, but we're not going to really go into wuxi today. All right. So one more time, feet together. Right, thinking the first thing we have to do is inhale and then let it go. Come. And we'll do 3 gatherings. So breathing in, pressing the knees back, letting go. The second gathering, lifting, pressing the knees back, sinking down, letting go, feeling for the whole body to fill up, and then breathing in, pressing the knees back, letting go. And third time. Breathing in, pressing the knees back. Shift to your right, fold into the right quad, turn, open the left foot 45. Release and then shift to the left, turn. So the right foot releases, can turn 45, come back to center. Breathe in and rise a little. Gently push the knees back a little bit and let go. Just slowly breathe. Slowly relax, tucking your tailbone in. Top of the head suspended. Bottom of the feet totally relaxed. Relax the legs so the legs are surging and stretching towards the earth. Feel the spine being pulled up on the top of the head and slowly expand the palms while relaxing the shoulders. Take a deep breath when you're ready. Let it all out. And then begin commencement. Breathe in and pick up the hands. Bring it to your heart. Sink. Sink a little lower. Shift to your right. Left heel rises. Left knee picks up. Small step. Sink. And then press and roll. Sink all the way to the left. Fold into the left so your right is free. Forearms rubbing against the rib cage. Come back to the heart. One, open and close. Lift the sternum. Single whip, shift to the left. Turn and fold into the left hip to release the right. And as the right releases, turn and pivot to the right. Sink, small step with the right. Sink and press out, rising. Breathe in and Single whip right here. Fold into the left. Let the body turn so you can free the right. Tap the toe in and then out. Side. One side. Cloud hands. First time. So palms open, fingers being pulled and stretched from outside. Sinking into the hip joint. Find the ground and relax and shift. Sink into the right, fold. Keep everything in the right, find the ground, relax, and then shift. Take your time. Don't rush into shifting your weight. Relax and sink first, and then shift. Third time. Stay in your right hip. Sink. Okay. Come back to center. One, open and close. brushing the knee, turning to your left. So shift to your left, fold into the left, let the right foot turn 45, then relax, sit into the right, turn into the right to release the left, and then you can turn left, unfold, sink, and then brush the knee, turning, face the wall. Sink all your weight into the left hip to release the right leg so you can step up. And then sit back, turn into the right, the hands roll to the center, keep turning into the right, left foot free, heel, right? Pivot to the left, twist turn, the hands straight in the center, keep on turning, focus in the left hip to free the right, heel touches down, relax, and then pivot, twist turn into the right, keep on turning, focusing on right hip, left out. Stay right there, stay right there, stay right there. Left foot out. As you shift forward, the left hand covers across your body, perpendicular, under the right. Fold into the left, free the right foot follows steps, the hands make a fist, and turn the waist to the left to propel the right fist out, and then the left fist would just gently graze against the body. Sink into the left and release the palms, step back, rolling back, sink into the right. Turn, then center, then step. Lift the sternum. Fold into the left so the right foot can follow step. And bring the hands back to center. Pivot to your right on your right foot. Right heel comes back, down. Shift and fold into your right and let the left foot pivot. Open and close. And do the whole sequence turning to the right. So shift to the right and fold. The left foot can turn. Sit back, slide the left hand up by the ear. Turn a little to the left to release the right. Then turn. Same time the fingers comes down. Tip, then lift the sternum. Fold, left foot follows step. Hands start rolling to the center. Left foot back. Sit back to Hupipa. Turn the waist and sink into the left hip and free the right. Right heel out. Twist step to the right. Left hand goes under. And as you shift forward, the left hand rises. Left heel out. Twist step left. Right hand under. Turn. The right foot comes out. Okay, I'm running out. I'm going to adjust my steps. Comes out. As you turn back to the front, the right hand covers under the left. Keep on turning to the right, so left foot follows steps. And punch and turn a little bit more. And then release, rolling back. Turn left, there. Step, lift the sternum. Fold into the right, so left foot can follow. And pivot, come back to the front. Left, and then the right foot turns. I'm going to shift over to the left and need a little bit more. Yeah. So we're going to turn, we're going to brush knee to the right side, followed by leisurely tying the coat. Okay. So we want to turn to the right, so we have to free the left foot, shift and turn. Left hand rises, turn back left, right foot free, then we can turn. Brush the right knee. Fold, left foot follow steps. Right. Drop the hand, step back, sit back into the left, and as you turn, the right hand folds in. The right foot can pick up, the right hand starts to pick up, elbows out, and then uncoil. Turn to the left, breathe in, and as you uncoil, the palm turns up. Then as you lift the palm, turn to the left, coiling to the left, step out, Forward. Left foot follows. You step back and open up the arm. Move away from the right palm. Sink into the left and uncoil to the right. Drop the hands to the solar plex and the heart. Double palm. Sink into the right so the left foot can follow step. And then pivot back to the front on the left ball of the left foot first. Hands holding the ball and then shift, and then the right foot can pivot. One open and close. Okay, from here we're going to move to fist under elbow. Okay, so we're going to turn to the right, the left foot's going to step back. So shift to the right, turn to release the left foot, and release the left leg, and as the left foot steps back, the right is out. And we sit all the way back on the left, releasing the hands. Fold into the left while the right hand drops down. Right foot turns. Sit on the left and turn to the left. I'm sorry, sit on the right and turn to the left. Okay? So the bottom hand turns in, bottom hand holds a fist, and we have to turn for the elbow to line up. Right? So as we're, let's see. So I sit back, the right hand is dropping, I turn, I want to pivot this in a little, so it mimics the foot. Right? As I sit back, the hand starts holding the fist, the elbows start dropping, right? And I have to turn a little bit more for it to line up in the center. I can't stop here. I want to line up in the center, elbow over the fist, right? Everything right in the center, and the left foot is free. Okay. All right, so do that one more time. We're facing this way. Yeah, come over here. Face the window. Face the window. And so we just did our open and close. We're going to shift to the right and turn. Left foot slides back, hands open. Sit back, drop the right hand. Turn. Turn to the left. Right foot turns. Fist under elbow. Free the left foot. Left foot up. And shift. And the right hand starts coming out. Turn into the left hip so the right foot can follow step. And then release the fist. Keep the weight on the left. So you're going to turn, keep on turning. So the right foot turns in. Right hand comes up, repulse monkey. Sit back on it. And I'm going to turn to the left. So I'm facing your back. Turn and brush the left knee. Now I'm facing your back. Shift into the left so the right foot can follow. Shift back on the right foot. Left hand rises. Right hand falls, repulse monkey. Free the left foot so we can pivot to the, turn to your right clockwise. Keep on turning until the left foot can turn 45. Right? The knees will tend to touch when the lineup is correct. Free the right and keep on turning. Now you're facing my back. Brush the right knee. Fold so the left foot can follow. Sit back on the left. Right hand repulse monkey. Free the right foot. Pivot and turn to the left. Free the left and step with the left. Brush the left knee. Right foot follow. Right foot back. Turn to the right. The left hand will circle up. Uncoil. Down. Turn to your right. Fold into your right hip. Release. Palm turns up. Lift the palm. Turn to the right. Lift the left foot. Step out. Fold into the left hip. Right foot follows. Right foot back. Open the left hand. Pick up the left toe. Your body is turned to the right and uncoil to the left. Come to the heart. Double palm. Fold into the left so right foot can step up a little bit. And then release the palms, hold the ball while you pivot to the front. Right foot. Heel down. Fold into the right. Left foot. There. Okay, so we do the other side. So shift to the left, fold into the left, free the right. So the right foot is going to angle back while the palms come out. Oh, wait a minute. Where are we? I'm sorry. I'm ruining the sequence here. Yeah, getting so involved in breaking down the movement. So come up a little bit on. Yeah. Okay, sorry. We have to do the brush knee first. Right? So I'm going to shift to the left and turn. Brush the knee. Brush the left knee facing the left side. Forgot we're going to do then. Yeah, right foot follows. Right, and then leisurely tying the coat. So right foot back, step back, fold to the right, coiling, and then uncoiling left hand out. Leisurely tying the coat. Uncoil, rising, out, back, open the left, spiral, free the right, turn back to the front, pivot. You see, from here, on open and close. So now we're going to turn, fist under elbow, we're going to turn to the left, right foot is going to slide back. So you have to shift on the left, free the right, hands expand, right foot back, sit back right, let the hands expand, left hand starts dropping, pivot to the right, left foot turns, sit on the left, hands start to come to the center, free the right and turn. Bottom hand holds fist and keep on turning until fist under elbow. Right foot up a little, shift forward, short little punch while you turn the waist to the right, left foot follow. Keep the weight on the right. Okay, open the hand, and we're going to pivot to your right. So I'm going to face your back. So you become the lead. Repulse monkey. Brush the right knee. Right, I'm facing your back. Fold, so the left foot steps up. Sit back left, right hand up, repulse monkey. Right foot free, pivot counterclockwise. So the right foot pivots to the left. The right knee touches the left knee. Turn a little bit to the right to free the left, and then turn all the way around so you face my back. Right foot up. One more time, sit back. Left hand up, repulse monkey. Turn to your right, quarter turn to your right. Brush the right knee. Fold. Leisurely tying the coat. Sit back, turn to your left. Uncoil. Turn to your left. Uncoil. Turn to your left. Uncoil. Then out. Hands come part way out. Then the left foot back. Right hand opens all the way. And then uncoil. Drop to the heart. Double palm. Fold. So left foot is free. And then pivot back to the front. Left. And then right. Relax and turn the palms. Breathe in and lift the sternum without rising. Slowly lower. Let go. And then you feel when you're ready to start rising. And the whole body activates. Breathe in and lift a little. Shift to your right. Fold into the right hip so we can bring the left foot back in. Just so the ankles touch and come back. Let go. And then breathe in. Push the knees back. Expand. Slowly starting to let go, flushing the body, making sure everything is open. Breathe in, push the knees back, and ha. So the ending, you could do that flushing several more times. Like you feel you need to do it more. Like, oh, I'm still tight and it's not settled. Do it one more time. Yeah, do it one more time. Right? You're doing performance, right? We don't show everything. So in performance, I might not show all that extra breathing and all that extra turning. And, and that last one, right, might not show all that extra and just do one time and that's it. But when you practice it, it's like it's in there. The movements are a little bit bigger so you can study it. It has so much meaning, right? So you look at it now, you realize like, well, wait a minute, right? How can I start the form if I don't know how to walk? How can I walk if I don't know how to shift? Right? So the first mobility lesson, right, is learning to fold and turn. Oh, that frees up the leg. Right? If I transfer my weight, I'm falling. So I have to discipline myself, right, to stay here, right, single weighted, stay here, stay here, stay here, find the ground. And as soon as you touch down, before you touch down, right, the body wants to shift. So it's the discipline of not letting that shift happening, right? Staying here, right? Staying right here, touching down, stay. See, I wanted to shift already. It's so automatic. Just force myself to stay here, then relax straight down. Then the foot lets go, right? Then when I let go of the hips and the shoulders, then I can shift, right? So if I wanted to pick up this leg, I have to fold and turn for that leg to free up. Sink everything here, stay all the way here, right? Wherever that foot goes, front, back, side, find the ground, don't shift. Already I can feel my body wanting to pull, so I have to sink myself back. Just live right in this hip joint, relax, find the ground, and sink straight down. Now I can shift. So, first lesson, breath, right? Breathe in first. We start life by breathing in. We start life outside of the womb by inhale. And then, right now our lungs are activated. Now our body can expand. Now we can do those things. Right? And the mobility. So I try to show you as I'm doing the form a lot of turning, and that last part of this is repulse monkey, right? This movement is the repulse monkey. So let's see if I do it from the fist under elbow. If I face this way, let's see, fist under elbow, right? Coming here. My weight stays on the front, so the back leg can turn. And so the back leg has to turn while I'm doing repulse monkey. So I'm turning here, folding, and then I'm going to turn back and turn back to my right to free the left leg. So I have to feel that turn. Right? Then I can turn again and come forward. To free for the right foot to follow up, I have to turn again, sink into here, then the right foot can come forward. Then all the way back, so I have to shift my weight, turn to my right to free the left, right, and keep on turning. And my knees will touch, right? And I can turn as much as you're comfortable. If you have to break that down into multiple steps, just make it into multiple steps. Right? When I'm folded here, because I'm turned to my left, my right foot is free, then I can turn. Right? Then I can step. Right? And again, I can feel myself wanting to lunge. So I have to take my time, discipline myself, right? Stay in my left, find the ground, sink straight down on my left, relax, and then I can shift to my right. Right? And then the right foot can come in. And same thing, sink, turn to free this leg, and then I can turn. So you generally don't see all the extra turning, right? You see one turn and step up, and you're like, why is it so difficult? Because the leg, you haven't freed up the leg. Right? So if I shift here I got all my weight here, but now I have to pull this leg up, and I can feel this leg really working hard to do this. And you can work to make it look smooth without ever turning, but then that's not understanding. You have to release the qua. Right? And then everybody thinks like, oh my God, that's so hard just to do that side to side and stepping. I'm not strong enough. That's the hidden thing, right? We fool everybody. But it's try doing this, turn. Oh, that leg is free. I can pick up that leg. Right? Now everything spirals down instead of being straight and trying to compress it down. Right? It relaxes and spirals naturally. And then it's just the discipline of staying here. When my leg extends out, I can feel that weight shifting. Right? So I'm just going to go with that. But that's falling. So from here, right, I have to sink deep into that hip joint, relax, stay deep in that hip joint, and discipline myself as the leg extends and I feel the weight transferring. Stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here, stay here. Let go. Now I can let go, right? It'll rest. Now I have the 2 points. Now I can transfer. So that whole discipline. So in the Yang sets, right, it's the same thing. You see them starting standing here, and you see them shifting, picking up the leg and opening, and then shifting. They don't show you the sink, that the hip joint is folding. So in the beginning, when I turn like this, I'm showing you what the hip joint is actually doing. Okay. Oops, see, I want to already shift my weight. Relax, and then center. So as you let go of the qua, then you don't have to turn so much because you realize, oh, it's that feeling, right? So the turning helps to force you, this big movement helps you force you to turn and fold. But you can't focus on the shoulders, you have to focus on what's going on in here, letting go in here. Right? Then as you relax, oh, the body doesn't turn as much. I'm turning the body. So as you start letting go, you realize, oh wait, that foot frees up. I didn't have to turn quite so much. And you're starting to get it. You're starting to just let that joint go, and you can feel that shift happening. And then you just have to practice still staying there. Right? Yeah, you see that shift? Right? Automatically, I want to do that shift too. It takes a lot of discipline to relax and have to let everything go. When everything sinks down, then oopsie, I want to fall. Yeah. So as the leg extends, yeah, it takes more strength, which requires me to stay in this folded position. Because that turning, right, will keep that strength down here, keep the weight here. If I open this up, right, then I allow this leg to pull me forward that way. So you counter that. You think about it, right? You can twist this way, right? So I'm coiling this way to help counter that weight, right? Then I can let go. Then it can pull back. So right in the beginning, right? Inhale, let it go, then start breathing, right? Start learning the joints, and then fold properly. So before all the hand movements, right, it's just this opening. But in the Sun set, you see people starting from here. Right? So I'm just putting that movement back in. You see, that's a really important lesson. The Yang set, I learned early on, they would tell me, you know, the masters spend a lot of time just on that movement. The first movement's so important. You can't, if you don't understand the first movement, then whatever that first movement is teaching you, you're not studying it for the rest of the set. You're just doing movement. Yeah. So extending. How the legs feel, I'm learning, is very important. So the body can be really light, right? And just come down gentle. Or you let go, right? Let go of the hip joints. Make the legs heavy. Just that dead weight and sinking bottom of the feet relaxed. So already from here, just relaxed and that heavy, just that kind of dead weight, right? Not, You don't have to start pressing, but it's just resting and letting everything go. You feel the weight of your legs sinking down. But as you pick up the hands, you release all this tension and just let your legs feel heavy, sinking into the earth. So even though you're pulling the chi up, over here has that kind of dead, heavy, weighted feeling. It feels odd in the beginning. But I lost my partner. But all you have to do is have somebody hold your hand down, right? And just stand and you try to pick up your hand and push them away. And the first thing that happens is you try to use all this strength here. So, oh, that doesn't work. So then you brace yourself and you try to still muscle them away. And then that doesn't work. And then you start to let go of your joints. Just have the feeling of letting go. You don't have to hunch like this. Just letting go. Right? Just letting go. And sung. Right? You say, oh, sung, commit to sung and expansion. Right? And then you realize, wait, I have to anchor the legs. Because if my legs aren't anchored and I pivot the hand up, it's just going to push me back. So you let this go and imagine your legs like pile driving, it's like concrete piles going down and just heavy as you're pulling the chi up and forward. Okay? And that's supporting the hands. Then you're going to see the person start to move. Even if they're strong, even if you can't move them a lot, you'll start to see the difference in the physics of it. So how the legs feel when you do this movement is up to you. If I don't have to move a building, then I don't have to ground heavy, right? It's not necessarily to like be a 2,000-pound concrete steel column as my hands lift. I'm not operating as a crane, as a lever, trying to pull something out of the ground. Then I could make everything float. Right? The heels could come up. Right? I could practice that feeling where everything expands and then settles. But if, oh, here she comes, come. So you brace my hands down. So if I try to do that flowery, it can work if you've studied it and start to develop. But basically, first thing, right, I'm going to try to push my hands down. Wait, I cannot.
Yes.
I know I'm stronger, or I can't do it. Right? So I say, okay, I use my whole body, right?
Sorry.
Okay, ready? Lock me down. So my whole body. Now it's strength against strength, right? So if I'm stronger, I'm gonna win, but still.
Oh, it's weight against.
But still, I can't do it, right? And come back. Yeah. Oh, they're making her cough.
No,
so,
I was drinking.
So I say, okay, using my brute strength doesn't work, right? Using raw strength, so again, lock my hands down. What if I start to relax and think soon? Right? All of a sudden, I'm relaxed and I can move her. She's still locked, yeah. So I say, okay. I'm still kind of floating around my foundation, my legs. So what if I sink, right? So get my posture, sink, breathe in, and
Okay. I wasn't expecting.
Okay, you're not ready? Okay, she wasn't ready. Okay, lock. Yeah, grab, lock. So first lesson, inhale. Okay. So I use the first lesson. So that's the first lesson application, right? Everybody's going to say, nobody's going to lock you like that in real life. Yeah, this is demo application. You're going to do that like, boom, one time, right? And of course, it's going to be, hey, before they even lock you, you're going to do that. But it's showing you how much power you can override somebody doing that. That's what it's showing you. And it's tempering you, right? It's slow practice. So you do it slow, it's slow practice, right? Sinking, letting go, right? First lesson. So then you put the second lesson, you put all that together. And you still start off with relaxing, emptying the mind so you're not panicking, take away the fight or flight, right? Breathe in, and instead of taking 5 minutes to do the opening, right, you start doing all that in 1 or 2 seconds. Right? So you feel them and expand, and but when you exhale, then all of a sudden expansion and anchoring. Yet if I want to move her and I don't want to move, I have to be solid, right? So sinking heavy into the ground, right? And if I'm solid, then I can still shift, right? And I can still walk, right? Maintaining all of that structure from there. So form is important, but where I am, it's like it's not that important. The form is just a form to practice all of these principles in different situations and to develop muscles, and so you can move in different ways. That's what the form is for. So when people ask me now, like, "Oh, Randy, what's your favorite form?" Like, well, I've been doing Yang style all my life, and that's kind of my favorite. But I'm really appreciating what this is teaching me. So it's like, the form is not important. It's what are you trying to learn? That's what's important. Okay, Miss Chin.
Yes.
Come, let's close. You have any questions or comments? Did you want to?
It's difficult.
Yeah, it's not over. No, it's not overnight. I've been doing this since. You know, I mean, part of my excuse is I was never in a formal Tai Chi class for a long term. I had some lessons to first start, so it's taking me a long time. But it's still. I see people who are in formal Tai Chi classes, and the definitions and all of that formality of the system is given to them, but you can see people who understand it, and you can see people who can regurgitate the definition, but when you watch the move, they can't understand it, right? They're still stuck somewhere. So it just takes a long time. But if you're never aware of it and you never think about it, it might come, but you won't recognize it. Kind of thing, right? Like, what was that? That was nothing. And then like, no, that was it. uh, yes, I got physically thrown by my teacher and by another teacher, and that was just with energy. So my teacher was just was in a no was just in a Tai Chi class, right? And I don't know, he was showing like a catch, and he's talking to the student, and he just let's relax, right? And he's just holding my hand like this, and he's talking and talking and talking, and then the next thing I knew, I'm looking at him. Next thing I knew, I'm facing the ceiling. I didn't feel anything. I don't remember him moving. I just went from looking at him to how come I'm staring up at the roof.
Didn't you feel the thud?
Yeah, I felt nothing. It's transfer of energy. Yeah, so there's no physical impact, and he was just gently holding me, and just his intent and probably a little twitch. That's the fajin. It just came out. When I asked the other student, they said I flew back and up about 6 feet. So I went from looking to like, why am I staring at the ceiling? And then I had to think, wait, I'm staring at the ceiling. And we're in the big gym behind Cultural Plaza, Sun Yat-sen building. So as I realized I'm staring at the ceiling, then I realized I'm falling. And I have no awareness. Am I 1 inch off the ground? Am I 10 feet off the ground? And I stuck my hands to search, and I hurt my wrist a little bit because I had no idea of the impact. So I, boom, hit the ground. I looked up to where my teacher was, right? I'm all confused. And he was kind of walking away from me and looking back, and he had that confused look in his face. Because that was the first time the chi exploded out of him. And then the next time I asked my cousin's teacher, I want to feel your chi. Can I feel that? So he set me up, and he put guys behind me, and he just slapped me. He said, put my hands here. And I just stood up like this, right? And he just went, paw, not push. He just, paw. And I went flying back. I was at an angle. I couldn't get my feet under me. And all I could remember was, wait, the lesson is just collapse. because he has people behind me to catch me. That's their job. If I don't collapse, I can't get my feet under me. My upper body is just moving too fast. There's such a tremendous velocity of energy. And if I don't collapse, that energy stays in me, right? So collapse, let it go, just roll on the ground, let those guys catch me, and that energy will come out of me into them, into the ground and dissipate. So of course everybody's laughing, right? Like, look what he did. Yeah, I'm nothing inside. But inside I'm like, wow, that was a great experience. Right? I got to physically be a part of that. So somewhere down the line, if I keep watching and pursuing it, I will understand what happened. So when you're a student, you always want to train with the teacher. Right? You always want to feel and you want them to demo on you. And it's always different and it builds your understanding. So I used to try it a little bit on the students, and I couldn't do that. I didn't have enough understand. But what would happen is they would do that, and I got to the point where they would go boom, a little pop, and their eyes would get a little big. So I knew something was happening. Yeah. But in both cases, I didn't feel anything physical. Maybe if I have to think really hard, maybe when he slapped me, yeah, I just felt that initial contact, but just it's overtaken just by moving. So transfer of energy, that's what it is, right? If guys get hit by the lightning bolt or real close to the lightning bolt and they go flying, right? Lightning bolt is all energy, right? That transfer of energy into their body just causes them to fly back, right? That's what it is. Yeah, from there. Okay, extend the legs, hands up. And then we'll do a short bell meditation just to gather ourselves. Relax. Any distractions, just bring yourself to the meditation. Or just do a short little meditation. You close your eyes, rest your hands on your lap. Shh. Nice deep breath and slowly open your eyes. Yeah, rub your hands together. Move your body. Yeah, if you're standing, just put your legs up to you while you do this. Try to do 3 times if you can't. But if you don't do 3 times, it's okay. In a lot of these things, it's if you do it that way, it's optimal. But if you don't do it that way, it's okay. Hands up. Come down, breathe in, and let it go. Breathe in, let it go. Okay, perfect posture. Yeah, right hand, left hand. I forgot, supposed to fold the thumb. Oh, let me do that again. Make sure the thumb is folded. Yeah, right hand, left hand. Yeah. So, for the Taichi for health, it's a folded thumb. Yeah, I forget that sometimes. So, yeah. The thumb should be folded. The significance, the meaning is family, right? This represents us. We're all in this together. We're family. Folded thumb is humility, right? Not me. Hide that, right? Watch the kung fu movies, like hey, right? And fist, of course, is is strength, yeah. So whether it's physical strength, mental, emotional strength, spiritual strength, right? But that's what it is. Your shoulders down, relax. So just doing this, you can see the people's form, right? Is it like this, or is it relaxed? Relaxed still with proper structure? Is it all bent and out of shape? But it should just be, so you can see it, like picking it up, right? Going into that kind of posture. It still has that rounded move where it sinks. And it's still sinking. All of these mudras, hand signs, they all have application. They have spiritual, energetic, and of course self-defense application. And speaking of the self-defense, the last thing to leave with you, I'm telling the students, even though we're doing it for health, it's still self-defense. Because what better self-defense than your health, right? Self-defense against disease, self-defense to mitigate the aging process, the environmental factors, right? Staying out of physical confrontations, the mental, emotional. So it's still self-defense. It's just not MMA cage self-defense with guys on the street. But if you want that, it's there, right? So for us, that's a side benefit. If you want that kind of application, it's there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Daddy.